What if the life you've accepted as normal is the very thing your nervous system has been begging you to change? That's a scary thought, isn't it? Begging you to change. Change not by screaming, but by whispering. Through exhaustion, through anxiety, through tension. Through that quiet feeling that something just isn't right. Until one day, before your body finally gives out, before your relationships begin to suffer, before your joy quietly begins to disappear, your soul has been whispering, I can't keep living this way anymore. So here's my question for you. Have you been listening? Welcome, beautiful souls, to the Backroad Star. Today, I don't want to give you another list of things to do. I want to challenge you the way you think about the life you're living, the one you're living right now. We've become incredibly good at functioning, even when we're no longer truly connected to ourselves. We ignore fatigue, we ignore the tension, we ignore the stress, we ignore the quiet nudges that tell us to slow down. We tell ourselves, I'll rest this weekend. Things will calm down after this project is over. Things will calm down after the holidays. I'll take care of myself after. And somehow, after never seems to arrive. Instead, we keep pushing. We keep performing. We keep surviving until one day our mind, our body, and our soul are all asking the same question. How much longer can we keep living like this? And here's another question I'd like you to sit with. Does being productive make you feel more worthy? Does slowing down make you uncomfortable because you've unknowingly tied your worth to your performance? If no one needed anything from you today, if nothing got checked off your to-do list, if you accomplished absolutely nothing, would you still believe that just being you, your authentic self, is enough? Because maybe the person you've been trying so hard to become has been keeping you from the person you already are. Have you ever stopped to wonder who taught you that being busy was something to be proud of? Who taught you that slowing down had to be earned? Who taught you that rest only came after everything else was finished? Who taught you that your worth was tied to the balance in your bank account or the title on your business card? Who taught you that success meant working longer, earning more, buying more stuff, instead of creating a life that brings you joy, allows you to use your God-given gifts, and gives your life meaning and purpose? Or maybe no one ever had to teach you. Maybe you simply watched the adults around you working harder, staying late, putting everyone else first, overgiving, people-pleasing, believing that if they just worked a little longer, earned a little more, gave a little more, then one day life would finally slow down and they would be enough. So here's another question for you. Has it? Has life actually slowed down? Or have you simply become better at surviving it? Think about your average day. How many moments belong to someone else? Your employer, your family, your children, your clients, your responsibilities, your endless to-do list. Now, how many moments truly belong to you? Not the version of you that's solving problems, not the version that's performing, not the version that's checking another box, just you. When during the day, do you actually spend time with that person, with just you? And I don't mean scrolling. I don't mean distracting yourself. I don't mean collapsing into bed, too exhausted to think. I mean, when do you intentionally spend time with just your authentic self, the person God created before the world began telling you who you were supposed to become? Because I wonder if we've confused being productive with being valuable, if we've confused accomplishment with purpose, if we've confused performance for our own identity. Because one day, your paycheck won't become your legacy. Your job title won't become your legacy. The balance in your bank account won't become your legacy. The things you accumulated won't become your legacy. The life you chose to live, the love you gave, the people you encouraged, the people you served, the courage to use your God-given gifts, the purpose you chose to live, that becomes your legacy. You've probably heard people say you need to find balance. But what does that actually mean? Because balance doesn't look the same for everyone. For one person, it's sitting on a fishing dock before sunrise. For someone else, it's tending a garden, playing the piano, working in the shop, walking a quiet trail, or laughing around a campfire. Sitting on the porch with a cup of coffee, praying, reading, creating, watching your grandchildren play. So here's my question for you. What brings you back to yourself? Not what social media says. When do you feel yourself finally exhale? When do you stop performing? When do you stop rushing? When do you stop trying to become? And finally just take your mask off and simply allow yourself to be. Because I don't think we're all looking for the same thing. I think we're all looking for the same feeling: peace, presence, connection, joy, and purpose. The path may be different, but the destination feels remarkably the same. Maybe that's why someone can stand in the middle of a beautiful forest and never really see it, while someone else can spend 5 quiet minutes watering flowers and feel completely restored. It isn't always about where you are, it's about whether you are fully there. Maybe that's what we've misunderstood. We're waiting for life to slow down before we give ourselves permission to come back to ourselves. We're waiting for the perfect weekend, the perfect vacation, the perfect season of life. But what if that season never comes? What if the life you've been searching for isn't waiting somewhere in the future? What if it's found in the small moments where you choose to be fully present with the life you already have? Your life. Because maybe coming back to yourself isn't something you do once. You've become lost. Maybe it's something you choose again and again, every single day. Maybe that's the real invitation. Not to live someone else's definition of success. Not to spend your entire life meeting everyone else's expectations while quietly abandoning your own soul. Because every single day, the world will tell you who you should be. To work harder, earn more, buy more, accomplish more, stay busy, keep up and fit in, be productive. And somewhere in all that noise, it's easy to lose sight of the person God created you to be. So here's my question for you now. Whose expectations are you living? What mask are you hiding behind? Was it your family's, society's, your employer, your friends, or your own? What if success wasn't measured by the balance in your bank account, or the title on your business card, or the stuff you've accumulated? So, Where do you go from here? Not by becoming someone new, but by giving yourself permission to become the person you've always been beneath the expectations. Maybe today isn't about changing your entire life. Maybe it's simply about becoming honest about what's bringing you peace and what's stealing it. Honest about what gives your life meaning and what simply keeps you busy. Be honest about whether the life you're building actually reflects the person you want to become, because every decision you make is shaping your future. Every yes, every no, every relationship, every habit, every hour of your day, they're all quietly answering the same question: what kind of life am I creating? The beautiful thing is, you don't have to have all the answers today. You don't have to reinvent yourself overnight. You simply have to be willing to listen, to change, to trust that quiet voice that has been calling you towards something more meaningful. Not more successful, not more impressive, more authentic, more you. I believe God placed gifts inside each of us that the world desperately needs. Not someone else's gifts, yours. Not someone else's purpose, yours. And every time you choose to live authentically, instead of living to meet everyone else's expectations, you honor the life you were created to live. One day, people won't remember how busy you were. They won't remember how many hours you worked or how much you accumulated. We've all heard that. They'll remember how you loved, how you treated people, how you made them feel, how faithful you lived the life that was uniquely yours, how you served. That is your legacy. So, one last question. When your story is written, will it tell the story of the life everyone expected you to live, or the life God created you to live? You are loved. You are safe. You are protected. You are worthy. And I believe in you. Always.